What is up guys, this is Amir here and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about Zhiyun's latest image stabilizers, Zhiyun Crane2 and Zhiyun Crane V2. I know it's a bit confusing, but as far as I understood, Zhiyun Crane V2 is a modified version of Crane V1. So after adding some improvement and modifying a bit, they released Zhiyun Crane V2. But the latest product after this one is Zhiyun Crane2, which is this guy here. And in this video, I want to review these two and tell you the differences. So after watching this video, you can understand which one is better and which one should you buy. First of all, I have to tell you this video is not sponsored. I bought these two gimbals myself, and these are all my honest ideas about these two products. Also, I put the link for both of these two gimbals in the description below, so if you want to check it out or buy them, you can use these links. I have to tell that these are affiliate links, so if you buy these products through these links, I will get a few pennies and you can support my channel. Of course, the price that you pay is exactly the same as when you search these products online in Amazon website. Okay, let's go ahead and see the unboxing first. These two products come in different packages and different cases. Zhiyun Crane V2 comes in this suitcase, plastic suitcase. It's nice and protective. But Zhiyun Crane2 comes in this package, which is bigger than the other one, but it's much nicer and has a better feel. Also, it's hard case and protective, and at the same time you can use shoulder strap to carry this. I preferred this case over the older version. I think it has a better quality and has a better feel. The next difference between these two image stabilizers is their weight. This guy, Zhiyun Crane2, weighs 1250 grams, and Zhiyun Crane V2 weighs 950 grams. So the older version is 300 grams lighter than the newer version. And when you want to carry equipment, lighter is better. Zhiyun Crane2 comes with a very solid and high quality tripod, which is made of metal, and it's very sturdy. But unfortunately, Zhiyun Crane V2 doesn't come with a tripod. As you see, I'm using another tripod for this one at the moment because I didn't have any other choice. This is the tripod that came with my Siri monopod. You cannot buy this tripod separate for Zhiyun Crane V2. There are some options in Amazon that cost between $10 to $25, but as far as I know, their quality is not as good as this. So I wish Zhiyun made them available in Amazon and other websites to buy for other gimbals. Also in Crane2 package, there is a small case that contains different cables for different brands of cameras. There is one for Panasonic, which is very short and doesn't work with my camera, my Panasonic G85, and I have to buy another one. There is another cable for Sony cameras that I can use it with my A7S II. And there are two types of cables for Canon cameras. One with micro USB and the other one is with mini USB, which is a little bit bigger. And for my Canon 80D I have to use this one. Also there is a charging cable which is regular USB to micro USB. So you can get different cables inside the package, but these cables doesn't come with Crane V2. And you can buy them separately at Amazon between $17 to $20 for each of these. So this is one of the benefits of getting Crane2 in comparison with Crane V2. The other difference between these two is the supported weight for camera. This guy here supports cameras between 350 grams and 1.8 kilograms. So basically you can use it for point and shoot cameras, mirrorless cameras, and light DSLR cameras with light lenses. If you want to use very heavy lenses, you cannot use this. But Crane2 supports cameras between 500 grams and 3.2 kilograms, which is a good range. And you can use it with most of the cameras and lenses which are available in the market. I use this with Canon 80D, Sony A7S II, and also with Panasonic G85. And with all of them it worked fine. Battery life on both of these gimbals is awesome. According to Zhiyun website, both of them can have up to 18 hours battery. The three batteries that come with Crane2 has more capacity in comparison with the two batteries that come with Crane V2. But because of the weight difference, they can both have up to 18 hours of battery. I haven't tested the battery life on these. I haven't tested them for 18 hours, but I never had any issue with their battery life during the time that I was testing these two. Currently, the price of Crane V2 is $550 US, and Crane 2 costs $750 US. So there is a $200 price difference between these two, which can be an important factor for the customers to select between these two image stabilizers. During the time that I tested these two, the stabilization on both of them is awesome and very similar. Both of them did a great job for stabilization. You can see some of the videos that I shot with these two. The videos that I shot with Crane 2 was on a Canon 80D with a 10 to 18mm lens, and the videos that I shot with Crane V2 was on this Panasonic G85 with the 12 to 60mm kit lens. Okay, coming back to the differences. There are some other important differences and some new features that Zhiyun added to Crane 2 and made it a very good image stabilizer. One of the differences is power. Zhiyun Crane 2 can provide power to your camera when you are out of battery. So there is a micro USB port here that can be connected to your camera, and when you are out of battery you can use that port to charge your camera, and this is very useful specifically on cameras like Sony that don't have a very good battery life. The other improvement is using thumb screws. So instead of this type of screws that are used in Crane V2, Zhiyun has upgraded those to thumb screws, which are much easier and more efficient in comparison with the one that they used in Crane V2. Except this thumb screw, which is underneath the camera, and when you want to open it, it will hit the camera. Also, they added a new OLED display on Zhiyun Crane 2, which shows you the gimbal mode, camera information, and also gimbal settings, which doesn't exist on Zhiyun Crane V2. Also, they added a quick control dial here to change the camera and gimbal setting just from here, and you don't need to connect your gimbal to your smartphone and change the settings on your smartphone. Although that one is also possible. So you can change the gimbal setting in Zhiyun Assistant application, which is available for iOS and Android. And also you can use Zhiyun Play application, which is also available in Android and iOS, to shoot moving time lapses, just like this. Awesome feature that Zhiyun added to Crane 2 is follow focus. So there is a dial here that you can connect it to cameras that can support this, and at the moment only some Canon DSLRs can support follow focus with this dial. For example, Canon 5D Mark IV. Also, I used it with my Canon 80D and it worked fine. One of the problems that I faced with Crane 2, as I told you, is the short cable that comes in the package for Panasonic cameras. It seems Zhiyun guys just thought that this gimbal will be used for Panasonic GH5. Because on Panasonic GH5 the remote port is on the right side of the camera, but on G85 the remote port is on the left side of the camera, and this cable is simply very short for it. So for this, one solution came into my mind, and that was installing the camera just like this. I mean, I can rotate the camera so the remote port on the camera will be close to the port on the gimbal, and for that one I have to change the direction of gimbal. So this tilt axis will be on the left side of the camera. As you see on Crane V2 there is no problem, because this tilt axis can rotate 360 degrees. But unfortunately on Crane 2 I cannot do that. And the reason is tilt axis on Crane 2 is not capable of rotating 360 degrees, as you see here. And this is one of the things that surprised me. So they downgraded from V2 to 2. V2 to 2. So on Crane 2 I cannot use my G85, I have to buy a longer cable. Also I think the grip on Crane V2 is much better in comparison with Crane 2. This one is thicker and it makes your hand tired easier. And at the same time, because this one is heavier than V2, so all in all, carrying Crane V2 is more convenient in comparison with Crane 2. The other problem that I have with Crane 2 is using it in reverse mode. So when it is turned on, it's easy to use it in reverse mode, just like this. And it works fine. But when you turn it off and want to turn it on in reverse mode, I don't know why, but it's confused. Just like this. It comes back to the normal mode. And you have to... And again you have to do it like this. But I don't have this problem in Crane V2. Just like the other one, I can use it simply like this, and it works fine. And when I turn it off and turn it on, it knows that it's in reverse mode, so it doesn't give me a hard time. This is one of the things that I think Zhiyun can easily address in new firmware updates. Okay, now that you know the differences between these two products, it's easier for you to select one of these two gimbals. But which one is proper for you? Well, definitely Crane 2 is a much better product and is a big step forward in comparison with Zhiyun Crane V2. But there is a $200 price difference here, which is very important for most of people. So first of all, if you are a DSLR shooter from companies like Canon, Nikon or other DSLR brands, and you have plenty of different lenses, definitely Crane 2 is a better choice for you. Especially if you use Canon DSLRs, you can use many of the new features like the follow focus. But if you are using mirrorless cameras, like Panasonic G7, Panasonic G85 or Sony 6500, 6300 or these kind of cameras, and you don't want to use heavy lenses, maybe this guy is a better choice for you, considering $200 cheaper price. But at the same time, if you get the Crane 2, you will be future-proof. So if you change your camera, if you change your lenses, or if you expand your lens collection, you will have a peace of mind that your gimbal can support all of those. Also, if you're using Panasonic GH3, GH4, GH5 or Sony A7 series, because the lenses on these cameras can be very heavy, I would recommend you to get the Crane 2. This is the same for me as well. I'm going to return this guy to the store and keep Crane 2 because I can use it easily with my Canon 80D with different lenses, and also I can use the follow focus. And at the same time, if I want to use my Panasonic G85 with different lenses that are heavier than the kit lens 12 to 60 millimeters, and also if I want to use my A7S II, I can use just Crane2 for all of them. I hope in near future Zhiyun will add the support for Sony and Panasonic cameras also for follow focus, which is really helpful. Okay guys, this concludes my review and comparison between Crane V2 and Crane2. I hope it's useful for you and helps you select one of these gimbals. So if you like this video, please hit that like button below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the coming videos that I upload every week. I'll see you in the next video. Bedrood.